And Indiana, as we've seen so often, will opt to just hold on to possession. That's something Coach Erwin Van Bennekom loves, but the pressure starting to amp up from the Racers, are trying to win the ball back. Strader can't win it. There's a cross sent in, near post looking for a touch, but it wasn't quite there. Easy for Gerstenberg, doesn't matter. The Racers were offsides. It'll be Haley Cole to take the corner. Cole has 3 assists, which leads the team. Looking for her 4th. Swings one in. No one's there. It goes all the way outside of the box. Another one sent back in. Turns into a shot. Gerstenberg had to get some gloves on it and tip it over. That was Heckman there. Looked like it was going to be a cross. Ended up being a shot. But Gerstenberg was on her toes. Indiana, they love to spread the ball around the entire pitch, making it very hard for the opposition to win back possession. There's a very heavy challenge there in the midfield. Referee takes a quick glance at it and decides to let the play unfold. Here's Nemeth, left-footed cross. It's a good one going towards goal, headed away off the line by the Racers. It's still not out, could be dangerous for IU. Finally cleared away. Left-footed cross incoming from Vos. Sends one towards the 6, and a great punch there from Villacres. Averted the danger. Could fall here for Weber, who tries to slice one, and it's in! Paige Weber from the outside of her right boot over the leaping try of Villacres. And IU has their second right on the brink of halftime. They lead 2-0 here at Armstrong. Cooper looks backwards towards Soraya Young, makes a nice move past Camille Ham, enters the box on her left foot, across towards the back post. The header is there, but it is offside as that header went wide anyways. Ailing waiting very patiently and decides to go back to Gerstenberg. Gerstenberg, the freshman, really has been very impressive this year despite the fact that she hasn't been tested all too much. One of the Big Ten preseason players to watch. She's made 8 saves and allowed just 2 goals, remarkably, this entire season. The German native has been a part of the U17 and the U19 German team. So it's clear that this is no fluke that she won the starting job with Kopel being out due to the injury. Here's Forbes. Trying to thread one through to Paige Weber, who's really made a nice impact off the bench ever since both Blitchok and Levy went off. Here's a shot from distance from Olivia Vos. That had some real power to it, but it ends up being a block, and there could be a chance the other way for the Racers. Gerstenberg scrambling back to her net, and that shot finds her gloves on the short hop. IU, of course, set the school record last year for most points in a season. Gerstenberg comes off her line to grab that ball. Last year, Indiana finished tied for 5th in the Big Ten with 19 points, 6 wins, a draw, and 5 losses. Their best finish since 2013. And they're also ranked inside the top 25 back in March for the first time since that year. And Coach Van Bennekom has said against teams like Notre Dame and Memphis that his team felt like they played like a top 25 side. And considering that they lost to Memphis by a score of 1-0, now Memphis is 15th in the most recent poll. And the way IU has really turned it up offensively in these last couple of games, they can really be dangerous and sneak their way into the top 25 if they continue winning in the Big Ten conference play. Another cross sent in, blocked by the Racers. And they do win a throw in the end. Another throw-in from Indiana, who it feels like got off to a bit of a slow start. Some early corners for Murray State in this game. But really ever since, it has been another dominant performance against a team from the Ohio Valley Conference. And this scoreline, certainly the one on Sunday was not expected. Neither was this one, considering that Murray State has had so much success in the OVC, a team that went 9-1 last year in their conference. 2-1 Rutgers here at Andy Moore Field, entering the bottom of the 4th. I'll give you a quick scoring update of how the runs were scored Britt Ford had a double to right center field in the first inning, which allowed Minnick to score, and Copeland was caught in between third and home on an unfortunate slip-up as she was tagged out. And then in the top of the third inning, a crazy inning in which Callaway came around to score, and then a big single from Kayla Bach allowed Lynn Cabbage to score as well. And that's how this game is currently 2-1. And now it's Shonda Stanton currently waiting. It actually looked like an interview for the Big Ten Network was going on with one of the Rutgers coaches. We mentioned one of the coaches for Indiana. Shonda Stanton recently got her 700th career win in her 24th season overall, her 5th at the helm of the Hoosiers. Was at Marshall for 18 years and also was a head coach for 1 year at IUPUI. And the UNC Greensboro grad of 1996 is currently the third base coach for the team and looking to keep Indiana's home record intact. First pitch of the inning is up and away to Radcliffe. Back in the lineup for the second game after an undisclosed injury. Forced her to miss about 3 weeks of time, but a huge addition to be back in the lineup for the Hoosiers. That one is fouled on the right first base line. A tough play and a diving effort is not made there by the first baseman, Lawson, who dove, and Lane was going after the ball as well. It would have been a tough over-the-shoulder play, but Radcliffe gets another life.
A great effort over there by Maddie Lawson at first base, right off the tip of the glove.
Would have been a highlight reel catch, but instead Radcliffe will get another shot as Vickers is out there for her 4th inning of work. 1-1 misses down and away to Radcliffe, the graduate. The third baseman hitting .273 on the season, slugging .470. Has hit .571 when she leads off an inning. Looks at that one up and in for a ball. Count 3-1. A lot of the times this season, in this game, Indiana's gotten ahead in counts. Haven't been able to put too many runners on.
Yeah, despite pitching in a lot of 3-ball counts tonight, Vickers has only walked one Hoosier.
Radcliffe fouls that one down the right field line, goes off of the brick facade and into the Indiana bullpen. Count now full on Radcliffe, who struck out in the first inning, looking to avoid that again here in the 4th. The payoff pitch to Radcliffe to begin the 4th is another one fouled away down the first base line, reaches over the seats into the concourse area. Radcliffe fouled a bunch of pitches off today. Looking to get back to that form that we know her as one of the big leaders on this team. Grayson Radcliffe, number 26, the senior graduate infielder from Rockville, Virginia. It's a bit of a late swing there, but she gets a piece of it, fouls it down the first base line. And really working an at-bat here is Radcliffe. Fouled some pitches off and trying to stay alive and get the leadoff person on for the Hoosiers, as they still are chasing one. Radcliffe, someone you don't want to put on. She stole 16 bases last season, was not caught a single time, but she strikes out on the payoff pitch that was high. Radcliffe strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning here at Bart Kaufman Field in Bloomington. Austin Platt, Amanda Foster, Griffin Epstein with you on this Sunday afternoon. A pitch-perfect day for baseball. Brock Tibbetts leads things off here in the Hoosier half of the 7th. We have Tyra Barczyk on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch misses down low at 83 miles an hour. Second offering clips the outside corner for strike 1 on Brock Tibbetts.
Tibbetts, of course, hit by pitch in his last plate appearance, one of the few we've seen today.
That went off the fist into foul territory. Easy there for Janice to make the play for the first out. Tibbetts a guy where baseball runs in the family. His father played baseball at both Florida State and Ohio State, but he is retired there. They foul out to first base. Hearing some good news on the softball end of things, that next door at Andy Moore Field, Indiana has walked things off against the Illini to win their final senior day game. A little extra inning action.
It's always fun. Gotta love extra innings, and for Indiana to get one game out of that series against a very good Illinois team is good. And
Here's the home run from Ellis. He knew it right away. A bit of a pimp job there for a guy who's been in a slump. Why not celebrate it a bit more? Went way out there to the right center field lawn. Long run for those kids to go and get it.
I was doing the radio call on Tuesday for Ellis's home run, and I was doing it with Griffin, in fact. We were talking about how Matthew Ellis reminds us a bit of Kyle Schwarber, who, of course, also played for Indiana in terms of having these big home runs and knowing when to swing and when to not. Of course, it fluctuates here and there. But in general, both from the Midwest, both big guys with a lot of power.
Of course, Kyle Schwarber bounced around a bit now with the Philadelphia Phillies. Made national, headlines with that epic rant last week on Sunday Night Baseball after being called out in the 9th inning by Angel Hernandez. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've seen that clip. With
or
Josh
if you're not
Hader
a
on the
baseball
mound.
fan, but then I don't know why you would be listening to us. So he's also had a few monster home runs for the Phillies this year.
Ellis swings and misses at that one, and he's down via the strikeout for the second time today. Should say the first time he struck out. Leads the team now. It's his 50th strikeout on the season. There's quickly 2 outs as Rabarchik is really starting to pick up the rest of this Illini rotation, which have really struggled.
A really nice pitch placement, just curving to the outside, getting Ellis to chase away. And that's one of the issues that you can face when you have these really good, strong power hitters, is that they can either hit the ball really well or they strike out and not able to do much in between. And that's in all levels of baseball.
Dubbed as a 3-result guy, either you strike out, you walk, or you hit a home run. Ellis certainly falls into that category. 29 walks, 14 home runs, and 50 strikeouts now. As it's Evan Goforth's turn. Here in the 7th with 2 outs. Pitch misses inside, 2-1. Rabarchik, a clean 2 1/3 innings to this point, giving up just 2 hits, struck out 3. His ERA now sits at 4.23. This will be the 40th pitch for Rabarchik, the senior right-hander. Trying to make it a quick 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, just like that. Rabarchik, a clean bottom of the 7th. Down go the Hoosiers in order as we go to the top of the 8th. We're starting to move quite quickly here at the BART. It's still Indiana with a 4-run lead on Big Ten Plus. The Indiana women's basketball team took on Michigan State last Saturday with an opportunity to take first place in the Big Ten. Our beat reporter Brett Smith has the recap from inside Assembly Hall. With a victory, the Hoosiers are now first place in the Big Ten standings with a 1-game cushion over Michigan. Indiana's next game will be tonight against Northwestern at 6 p.m. Follow beat reporters Brett Smith and Audrey Hausberger for more coverage. The Indiana men's ice hockey team took home a clean sweep this weekend to finish off their regular season on a winning streak of 9 against the Denison Big Red. Our ice hockey beat reporter Kelsey Dennehy has the recap on the action-packed weekend for the Hoosiers.